He was a soldier, a father, a man trusted with 3 little girls. But when custody day arrived, none of them came home. On May 30th, 2025, Travis Caleb Decker, a 32-year-old former Army Ranger, went to pick up his daughters from ages 5 to 9 for a weekend visit. But by nightfall, the girls, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia, were missing. A father who vanished with them became the focus of a terrifying question. Where were they, and why would he bring them into the unrelenting wilderness, only to seemingly vanish again? Picture this: a seasoned survivalist, trained in evasion and combat, prowling a remote wilderness with his young daughters in tow. Add a single truck, abandoned, bloodstained. Add a tent, add zip ties, add plastic bags, and add a desperate, high-stakes manhunt through mountains, forests, rivers, and snowfields. This isn't just a family tragedy, it's a battlefield. And at its heart, a man with PTSD, the roar of helicopters overhead, the scent of panic in pine-scented air, and billions of questions. Why would Travis Decker, a man known for discipline and structure, risk everything? What triggered this descent? And is he still out there, armed, dangerous, and determined? May 30th, 2025, 5 p.m. Decker arrives to take his daughters for their weekend visit. A custody agreement, nothing out of the ordinary. But by 8 p.m., none of them are back. Their mother grows worried, contacts police. An hour later, no trace. A missing persons report is filed. Hours later, at Rock Island Campground, authorities locate Decker's white GMC Sierra. Unlocked, engine cold, but the driver's wallet and phone inside. On the tailgate, bloody handprints, not his daughter's, but an adult male's. This isn't a random disappearance. It's a cry for help or a warning sign. June 2nd, tragedy unfolds. Search teams find a tent containing the lifeless bodies of Peyton, 9, Evelyn, 8, and Olivia, 5. Each had plastic bags over her head. Their wrists were bound by zip ties. Autopsies confirmed suffocation, with additional forensic tests revealing both male and non-human blood around the site, hinting at a violent struggle on the cold ground. Decker served in the U.S. Army 2013 to 2021, including a stint in Afghanistan, described as both disciplined and intensely private. Diagnosed with PTSD and borderline personality disorder upon returning home, conditions that proved his undoing. His ex, Whitney Decker, expressed fears about his mental state and opposed him having unsupervised visits. Investigators pulled Decker's devices. On May 26th, his search history includes how to relocate to Canada, jobs in Canada, and Pacific Crest Trail exit points. He even clicked on Canadian job listings. Combined with the proximity of prime wilderness trails, like the Pacific Crest Trail less than 12 miles from the crime scene, investigators worry he deliberately planned this to evade capture. Following the girls' discovery, law enforcement mobilizes a massive task force. U.S. Marshals, Border Patrol, National Guard, FBI, and state and county teams. A $20,000 reward is issued. Helicopters scour ridges. Drones sweep valleys. K-9 units follow trails to rivers and ridgelines. Law enforcement warns, he's trained. He's dangerous. June 10th to 11th. Hikers near Blewett Pass and Kalchuk Lake report encounters with a lone, unkempt man traveling light, without food or water. Helicopters report seeing a man fleeing on foot off-trail near Ingalls Creek. K-9 teams find blood-spattered footprints and torn clothing. Helicopters attempt to flush him out, but rugged topography and weather hamper efforts. Search teams shift to sunrise to sunset shifts. 100 miles of forest, jagged rock, and shadowed creeks. There was no Amber Alert, because legally, Amber doesn't apply to custody disputes. Instead, an endangered missing person advisory was issued, sparking outrage. Locals accuse authorities of mishandling it. Communities rally. GoFundMe campaigns reach over $1.2 million to support Whitney, plus neighborhood searches and volunteer efforts. Photos of the girls, practicing dance, hugging a dog, painting their little hands against intrusive tragedy. June 5th, Travis Decker is formally charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, kidnapping, custodial interference, and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, heightening urgency to find him, alive or dead, still at large. As of June 12th, Decker remains at large. Authorities emphasize, he is armed and dangerous. Do not approach. Communities on high alert across Chelan and surrounding counties. Search adapts. Team scale and terrain specialists join. Thermal imaging, shift-based camping sweeps, helicopter overpasses. Investigators pore over physical evidence. Blood on equipment, discarded clothes, satellite data showing movement patterns. Legal fallout. Questions arise. Were court systems prepared for custody cases involving mental health flags? Politicians and advocates push for legislative change, exploring expansion of AMBER coverage to custody disappearances, especially with mental health risks. Legacy of the girls. Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia. Their names etched across community murals, social media tributes, theological vigils. A candlelight vigil is planned for June 15th. Local churches and schools will join. Now is the moment for action because every lead could bring closure. If you're hiking that region, between Blewett Pass, Ingalls Creek, or Kalchuk Lake, keep your eyes open. Do not engage. If you spot someone fitting his description, call 911 or Chelan County Dispatch immediately. Share this video. Someone somewhere might hold the key. Demand accountability. Talk to your local representatives about revisiting AMBER alert criteria, especially when mental health and custody overlap. Support the family. We'll link trusted funds and resources below. Every bit of help matters. Stay subscribed. Hit like, ring the bell, and drop a comment. Where do you think Travis Decker is now? I'll bring updates as this case evolves. And right now, justice is still in motion.